race against Wilson.
You've got to go with what's made you successful. That four-seamer successful the last time they matched up. I bet he goes right back to it.
And you know he'd love to get good wood on that pitch, as he struck out twice on that same one.
0-1 the count as we get going here in the bottom of the seventh.
Well, he's really only held him to 2 hits so far today, Gary. So he's been on top of his game out there. He's made it look easy, and you know it could possibly be a day the bullpen doesn't have to get used and can get some rest.
Here's the delivery. Strikes him out. We have said it more than once today, but he continues to look extremely sharp, Steve.
He's so locked in. You wonder how long he can keep it going. I haven't seen anybody pitch like this in a long time.
And Matt Holliday up. He flew out his last time up. Well, working on the 0-1 count now. When the Cardinals saw Albert Pujols sign with the Angels last year, Matt Holliday knew he was going to have to make up a lot of that run production. And you know something? He did just that. Strike 3. And now there are 2 men down here in the 7th inning, and the shutout in place.
And he just keeps on rolling. Like chases the breaking ball for strike 3 right there. You got to lay off it.
And Craig now will come to the plate. 0 for 2 thus far. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it.
Oh, he's absolutely mowing them down here today, Gary.
And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And here's Josh Hamilton leading it off. Ball! And that misses for a ball.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
Oh, 1-0 pitch, a curveball. That breaks outside, 2-0. Pitch misses, ball 3. Now Hamilton can be very selective.
He had great arm motion on that changeup right there, but he left it just a little bit high.
Pours that one in for a strike.
One of the many unwritten rules in baseball is you don't swing on a 3-0 count when you've got a big lead.
That one fouled off by Hamilton. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Slider called, 3rd strikeout, number 1.
Well, 2 strikes, that's exactly where the pitcher wants to put the ball. But as a hitter, you have to try to fight it off and make contact.
1 down. Here's Mark Trumbo. He doubled and scored in his last trip to the plate. That's at the knees for a called strike.
Nobody on base right now with 1 out, and that's what you need. You need outs and maybe a break from base runners for a little bit here. How about a quick inning to get back in and score some runs?
Swung on the drive by Trumbo. It is gone. Goodbye home run for the Angels, and their offense is on track. And boy, the offense just does not want to stop here. Another run up on the board with that solo homer. And Howie Kendrick up. Called strike, 0-1. And Steve, this is the point in the ball game where you are really putting it to the opposition. The long ball can do that to you late.
Well, there's no question. I mean, you give up those home runs and it just deflates your own team. So offense ruling the day.
Slider just off the black that time, 2-1.
Well, after going on that slider in the outside corner, look for him to try to come pounding him inside with a fastball.
And there's going to be a little conference here coming out from the dugout, Steve. We'll see what they want to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to take him out in this situation. This may be just talking over the circumstances and see what they're going to do. Give him a mental and physical break.
And that's not the usual role. You take a look at a starter who now is warming up in the bullpen.
It is rather unusual to see a starting pitcher warming up like this, unless he's just getting some work in between starts. Or maybe they've demoted him, changed his role, and they need him in relief.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And that's by him, 3-2.
Well, you talk about a big rip at such a slow pitch, comes up empty.
Westbrook readies, full count. Pitchers hate giving him up, but he's going to do that there. That's ball 4.
Well, it's quite a battle, and he hates to lose this one. Those free passes can come back to haunt you. Plus, the pitching coach in the dugout counting your pitches right now.
That'll bring Chris Iannetta to the plate. Last time up, he drove in a run with a sac fly. That one fouled off by Iannetta. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Line towards third and foul. The pitch from Westbrook. Fastball got him, 2 down.
Well, not much on the fastball. It doesn't even break 85 miles per hour, but with the assortment of pitches and the way that he uses them, very effective as he gets the strikeout.
Shucks in the batter's box. He singled and later scored in his last time up. That one's low and away. Ball 1. Westbrook delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one's hit to the right. Way down there, but that's going to be a long foul ball. And he fouls another one off. Foul ball! The 1-2 pitch. He swings, hits a ball to right field. And the sign's retired. Beltran catches it, coming in off. Check out how it's going for Mike Scioscia. Things have been going right for him. His ball club today, last half inning, they proved productive. Now they're looking to expand that lead. Should have let that one go by. Hits the dirt, but it's a strike on a swing. Wilson gets set and delivers towards center field. And Trout gloves it, puts it away. 1 away.
A masterful performance out there today. They've not been able to get any sort of offense going, and I'll tell you what, he's going to make people notice this is an outstanding effort.
And it's Molina at the plate. People talk about how the catcher is the leader, how much of an impact that they can have in a game. Well, certainly swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. And Hamilton's going to play it. Roams over, puts it away.
Now, as you get to this point in the game, you got to start wondering how much does he have left in the tank with the adrenaline pumping, knowing he wants to come away with this shutout.
And let's take a look as Freese stands in to hit. Popped out, foul ground last time around. This that bat underway, 1-0 after that first pitch missed.
Deep into the ball game, only 2 hits for this offense, and clearly they've been overmatched, Gary, in this one. And you know they're going to have to try something, try to lay down a bunt, try to see if you can't wait them out, force them to throw more pitches, or get them out of the ball game.
He lays off one that's right down Broadway, and it's 2-1.
Listen, he's not one to get too fancy. 2-1 count. He's going to come with a fastball. I'm betting on it.
Strike, and it's even now at 2. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep into right center field. And gone, a home run, and the shutout is finally broken.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding. I think for the Cardinals, they've shown some pride out there in the batter's box by not quitting on this game. But I think it's unlikely they're going to muster enough offense to come all the way back.
C.J. Wilson, he's ahead on the count here, 0-2. Well, this is a situation where you're going to see home runs. You have the other team with a big lead, pitchers willing to throw fat in the strike zone. We'll see if it on the ground, played by Pujols, and he'll step on first to retire the side. It's going to be Wilson now. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. And Lance Lynn gets ready to throw. He's been chosen to take over out there. Steve, as he gets into this Angels lineup, What's he looking at?
Well, for Lance Lynn, he's a big dude out there, but not an overpowering pitcher. He changes speeds, keep the hitters off balance, and tries to get them to swing at something out of the strike zone.
And the bottom half of the ninth, 1-ball count. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. That is fastball, 2-0, and he missed it, 2-1. Oh! 2-1 pitch, a fastball, outside, 3-1.
Well, no excuse for this. This is something that drives managers and pitching coaches absolutely crazy. You can't throw a strike to the pitcher, and you're in the big leagues? Come on.
He pours that one in at the letters, full 3-2.
Sometimes when the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to lay off and wait for the next one. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Good decision.
Strike 3 called on the fastball. One away.
You know, fastball in the high 80s isn't overpowering, but it's not always about velocity. Sometimes it's about location. He knows how to use that fastball.
It's Ibar at the plate. Got a couple of RBIs thus far. Cut on and missed, 0-1. Strike that time, and it's 0-2.
Hitters have to have great balance and be prepared for the pitch away. If you open up even a little bit, you can't catch up to that four-seam fastball in the outside corner.
That's a hit foul by Ibar. And another foul ball.
When you're down in the count 0-2, you want to battle and fight any way you can to stay alive. He fouled off a tough pitch right there.
Popped him up, shallow left field. And he puts that one away for number 2. Trout at the plate. He homered back in inning number 2. And he starts him out. Ground ball to Freeze. And he's not able to get there. And this rolls all the way to the wall. So there are 2 men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
An extra base hit that time, and with that, he needs only a single to complete the cycle. You would think this single would be the easiest one of them all.
And it's Albert Pujols in the box now. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. They pick up. Manager hopes. Let's see if the hopes have become reality in this one so far for Mike Matheny. He's reflecting right now, not likely a lot of positive reflections, however, in this game. That pitch was out of the zone from Wilson.
Well, I think right now offensively you've got to start getting base runners, get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits, you don't need home runs, you need base runners.
Out in front, and it's 1-1. In there now, 1-2.
Well, that's a great pitch when you get it to break low in the zone like that with that kind of movement. Awfully tough on the hitter.
Got the bat on that one, and Trout's there. And he puts that one away, 1 down.
Just having some difficulty right now trying to make up this ground, and obviously they've got a hill still to climb, and running out of time right now, only 2 outs remaining, so they've got to get something going and keep it going.
And Jay stands in to hit. He struck out last time through. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And Hamilton's going to play it. And he gets over and grabs it with the left.
Now down to their final out right here, Gary. So, I mean, looking pretty dire at this point. And, you know, but listen, funnier things have happened. They've got to get base.
And a fly ball could be the last out. And you just saw it, folks. That's going to be the last play of this game.
A tough loss.
Now a look at our player of the game. A standout performance deserving of the recognition today. Mike Trout. He showed us how to get it done in this one.
Well, you talk about a guy who had the power swing working in this one. The slugging percentage is going to go through the roof. He didn't hit for the cycle, but he had just about everything else you can get to be that close. Nobody is going to hold this game against him, believe me.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do. But when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's 2K Sports broadcast of Major League Baseball. For Steve, John, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. We will see you soon.